If 6ix9ine comes to LA, it's over.
Well, it looks like it's over for him, too. Trippie Redd has just been sentenced for 6ix9ine's girlfriend's murder, and the shocking way he orchestrated it proves this feud was deadlier than anyone imagined. Let me break it all down. Trippie Redd's deadly feud lands him behind bars.
Bro's a weirdo, bro. He be coming to my sessions, he'll sit there and be quiet, act like a bitch, bro. And he gonna say shit, bro. Like, he always in the cut, like, whispering and on some, like, little weird gay shit. Like, bro is not no savage, bro. Like, he's not really about anything, bro. And the fact that I gave this...
See, when you got beef in these streets, especially with someone like 6ix9ine who's been snitching left and right, things tend to get real messy real quick. And right now, all eyes are on Trippie Redd, whose long-standing feud with the rainbow-haired rapper has finally escalated to the point that just got him locked up forever. The whole saga between these two started back in 2017, and man, it was some petty high school drama that spiraled into something way more serious. The beef originated when both rising stars were under the same label, 10K Projects, but everything went to hell over a girl named Alex.
Y'all expect me to be good to people that wasn't good to me. Man, I am a single, young black man.
Now hold up. This wasn't just any regular love triangle situation. This was some calculated snake moves that set the stage for years of bad blood. Trippie had been dating Alex around 2016 to 2017 during his early rise with mixtapes like A Love Letter to You. Their relationship was public, with Shorty appearing all over his social media and inspiring tracks like Love Scars. But after they broke up, guess who slithered right in? That's right, 6ix9ine swooped in and started dating the same girl. And Trippie saw that as the ultimate disrespect. In a November 2017 Instagram live session, Trippie went off claiming 6ix9ine knew she was my girl and called him out for snaking by dating her right after their split. But yo, it gets deeper than just some girl drama. Trippie accused 6ix9ine of pursuing Alex when she was underage, calling him a pedophile and weirdo in public rants. Sources say Alex was 17 when she started dating 6ix9ine, who was 21 at the time. Now, that's some serious allegations right there, and Trippie wasn't letting that slide. The disrespect reached another level when 6ix9ine decided to get real petty with it. During a December 2017 club performance, this rainbow-headed clown altered the lyrics of his hit Gummo to directly taunt Trippie, rapping, "Shout out Trippie Redd, but I referring to Alex." That public humiliation was caught on video and went viral. And you know, Trippie wasn't about to let that disrespect slide. But the street politics made everything worse. See, both these cats were allegedly tied to different blood sets. 6ix9ine claimed Trippie was part of the 59 Brims, while he himself was rolling with the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods. These are rival factions. So, what started as personal drama now had that dangerous gang element mixed in. The tension exploded in November 2017 when things got physical. 6ix9ine ordered his 9 Trey crew led by Anthony Harv Ellison to attack Trippie at a New York hotel after suspecting him of planning an ambush at a video shoot during his 2019 federal trial. 6ix9ine's testified that he instructed Harv to get him, and they followed Trippie from a video shoot to his hotel where Harv punched him in the mouth. Trippie confirmed the attack on Instagram Live, showing his bleeding lip and calling 6ix9ine a snake. He posted photos of his injuries, but in typical Trippie fashion, he also taunted back, claiming he was earning 10% of 6ix9ine's music revenue due to his role in getting him signed to the label. He then added subtle threats, claiming that 6ix9ine better not come to LA.
If 6ix9ine comes to LA, it's over. And I'm in New York right now, bro. You feel me? So it's like, if y'all really think bro about that, bro, really go tell that, like, pull up right now. Like, right now. Like, cause bro, bro, you wanna know what bro did? Bro had niggas waiting for me at my hotel. Some 9 Trey. As soon as I walk in the building, hit right in my mouth, nigga. Got hit in my mouth. And then my niggas beat his niggas' asses and then they ran. I chased the nigga myself, mostly. I ran the niggas down myself. Shout out to me, myself, and I. Died on no chill lobby. Them niggas hoes for real though. All them y'all niggas
They don't know. This my battle. This my battle. You know that, son.
But yeah,
Down this.
6ix9ine done. 6ix9ine cannot come to LA.
6ix9ine stands for a sexual position because he sucks. Rainbow haired fat. Tekashi, I hope you, bro.
I just got back from a video shoot. He did.
6ix9ine got STDs. Fact.
He wanna preach. He wanna preach all this positive, all this.
Beef played out in the music too. Trippie dropped I Kill People in 2018 featuring Tato and Chief Keef, which was widely seen as a diss aimed at 6ix9ine. The track included violent imagery like I kill people hella people. Get it popping in this got the Draco let it spit make him dance like a TikTok hit. Now looking back, those lyrics might be more prophetic than anybody realized. Most explosive moment came during 6ix9ine's September 2019 federal trial when he snitched on everybody including Trippie. 6ix9ine testified that Trippie Red was part of 59 Brims, publicly tying him to gang activity in federal court. He also detailed how their feud was partly driven by rival gang affiliations and claimed Trippie was jealous of his success. Now, let's talk about Trippie's criminal history because this cat's been moving reckless for years. His legal trouble started early with a 2017 alleged assault incident in Atlanta that didn't result in formal charges. But things escalated in May 2018 when Trippie was arrested for aggravated assault and battery after a woman claimed he pistol-whipped her during an argument. He was released on a $5,000 bond and the case was resolved without conviction. A month later, in June 2018, Trippie caught another charge for public fighting outside a New York nightclub, getting hit with disorderly conduct. Again, he paid a fine and walked. But his most recent arrest is what's got everybody's attention. On July 4th, 2025, Trippie was arrested at Miami International Airport while trying to board a flight to France for a festival performance. The arrest was due to a 2023 Miami-Dade County bench warrant for driving without a valid license. He got released on a $150 bond same day, but the timing is sus as hell.
In cuffs right now because I'm being nice, okay?
Yeah.
So that's number one. If I didn't like what I was feeling, you'd be in handcuffs because I have the right to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? And number three, that is bad for our safety.
What is?
We stop one car and two other cars stop that are all blacked out. So you got to put yourself in my situation. So now we're going to reset.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry.
Can I explain something
Let me finish because we both can't talk at the same time. Okay? And I'm happy that your older brother's here. You can come over here. Please don't tell me that you're allowed to drive because your older brother's in the car. Because you're not allowed to drive because you don't have a license.
I'm sorry, she asked me.
No, I told him he can stay here so he can listen. I'm not trying to start with you.
After further provocation, the police added,
You understand?
No, you don't understand. I don't care if you're Drake. So right now you should be arrested. I don't care who you have next to you. I don't care who you are. You have no license. The reason that I stopped you is because of your tinted windows. You both know what you were doing in there.
You're not in cuffs right now because I'm being nice. Okay, so that's number one. If I didn't like what I was feeling, you'd be in handcuffs because I have the right to do that. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And number three, that is bad for our safety. We stop one car and two other cars stop that are all blacked out. So you got to put yourself in my situation. So now we're going to reset. I'm sorry. No, you don't have to be sorry. Can I explain? Let me finish because we both can't talk at the same time. Okay. And I'm happy that your older brother is here. You can come over here. Please don't tell me that you're allowed to drive because your older brother's in the car. Because you're not allowed to drive because you don't have a license. I'm sorry. She asked me to. No, I told him he could stay here so he can listen. I'm not trying to start with you. After further provocation, the police added, you understand? No, you don't understand. I don't care if you're Drake. So right now you should be arrested. I don't care who you have next to you. I don't care who you are. You have no license. The reason that I stopped you is because of your tinted windows. Both know what you were doing in there.
I don't take no L's. That's why I think that's why people hate me, because I'm so arrogant and but it's just me being like, yo, this is the truth. This is the facts. People hate the facts.
Why are you causing all these problems for yourself, sir?
I don't cause no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I address them. That's
about those gang affiliations. The 59 Brim that 6ix9ine testified about are no joke. These cats are a violent subset of the Bloods involved in sophisticated fraud schemes, drug trafficking, and violent crimes, including murders and shootings. They operate out of multiple regions from San Diego to New York City. And recent indictments show they're still active, with 14 members charged in Brooklyn for murder and 19 shootings in 2025. The crazy part is how Trippie has never directly confirmed or denied these gang allegations. After 6ix9ine's testimony, he posted on Instagram saying, "Lumo, I was so determined to get to where I am now. Love you all in my life," which was a vague response that didn't address the claims directly. Smart move legally, but it left people wondering. Now, here's where everything gets real interesting. The timing of recent events. While Trippie and 6ix9ine's beef has been dormant since 2019, with both artists moving on to focus on their music careers, false 2025 YouTube videos have started, popping up claiming Trippie was sentenced for a murder, specifically linking him to recent violence. These clickbait videos are exploiting their past feud and Trippie's "I Kill People" track to create false narratives. The beef between these two has been one of hip-hop's most documented feuds, rooted in personal betrayal, professional jealousy, and alleged gang rivalries. What started as drama over a girl named Ilex escalated into physical violence, court testimony, and years of bad blood. With Trippie's criminal record showing a pattern of violent incidents and his alleged ties to the 59 Brim, plus 6ix9ine's history of snitching and making enemies, this feud created the perfect storm for something tragic to happen. And now, with recent events unfolding and Trippie's name being thrown around in connection to violence, that old beef might be coming back to haunt both of them in ways nobody saw coming. 6ix9ine's girlfriend gets murdered. Yo fam, August 17th, 2025 will go down as one of the darkest days in New York's hip-hop scene. That's when the streets lost a real one. Ariela Langosta Maya Palano, a 33-year-old Dominican influencer who was found shot dead in her black Mercedes-Benz G-Class on the Cross County Parkway in Mount Vernon. This wasn't no random drive-by neither. Police straight up said this was not a random act and called it an orchestrated attack. But here's where it gets real spicy. Ariela wasn't just any random influencer. She was 6ix9ine's close pal, who also appeared in his 2023 WP music video and performed with him at spots like Toboga Room in New York. Now, the internet been going gangster, with some touting that she was his girlfriend while others saying she was just a close friend. But whatever the case, she was some girl he knew and had a connection with. And when somebody you tight with catches bullets, the streets for sure will begin with theories. And these questions would never be pretty. So far, speculation has since begun to run wild. And here's why. With somebody like 6ix9ine, a certified snitch who testified against the 9 Trait gangster bloods, everybody around is a potential target. Social media been buzzing with theories that Ariela's murder was retaliation for 6ix9ine's testimony against gang members. But what does 6ix9ine think about his snitching saga? Well, he don't take no L's, and that's on period.
One incident was me and him was arguing. We was walking towards Marcy and by the factories. He wanted me to take pictures of him. He punched me in my eye. Like, he punched me in my face. And it was like, I think I was trying to scuffle with him, but he punched me repeatedly and I had like 2 black eyes, and he left as soon as he did it. So I half fell asleep, and when he came back home, I guess I was sleeping, he saw my face and saw that I had like 2 black eyes. And I guess he woke me up and was like, "I'm sorry," you know. He started.
But yo, it gets deeper than 6ix9ine claiming to be an arrogant gangster. Another theory being touted on the streets is that Ariela was kind of linked to some dude named Nada Cartier, who is also described as a suspected gang leader who got questioned after her death. So now we got theories flying left and right. The big questions are coming up. Was she targeted because of 6ix9ine's snitching past? Or did her own man's gang ties put her in the crosshairs? Sadly, either way, this beautiful soul got gunned down following some deadly street politics. As for the crime scene, well, it told a story of sheer violence. Her vehicle was found with shattered windows and bullet holes, indicating someone really wanted to make a statement. The Westchester County Police Department brought in local, state, and federal agencies to investigate, showing they taking this case seriously. When word hit the streets that Ariela got clapped, 6ix9ine slid into his IG stories, dropping some real heartfelt tributes that had the whole net shook. Homie was spitting raw emotions, posting up multiple videos and photos of them together, calling her a tremendous woman and the Queen of New York. But the realest part was when he said, "You supported me and everything. My sister New York won't ever be the same. I loved you." He even posted in Spanish saying, "Yote amare," showing this wasn't just some industry friendship. This was family. The tributes kept flowing, blaring a Ventura's Obsession, their anthem, he said. You could feel the hurt dripping through them posts. For a dude who's always wilding and stirring up drama, seeing 6ix9ine bare his soul like that hit hard. He called her "There was no heart more beautiful," and you could tell this loss really broken. The hip-hop scene showed hella love, no cap. Cardi B slid into her IG stories with a quick rip Dominican pretty, keeping it simple for her fellow Dominican queen. The clubs where Ariella held it down didn't disappoint either. They went all out dropping tributes like they was pouring out liquor for the homie. Icon New York posted, "Today we lost our shining star, Uriella Lancaster. Our hearts are broken. Your joy, your humility, and the way you treated everyone with so much care always made you stand out." They even said, "We still can't believe it. You were our smile, our happiness. We love you, and we will miss you forever." Opus Lounge kept it real emotional, too, saying, "With great sadness, we say goodbye to our great friend and companion of so many years, Ariella. Their light, their joy, and their company were always part of our best moments." Even starlets of New York called her a one-of-a-kind soul, a beautiful friend, loving mother, and daughter whose smile and energy lit up every room she entered. While them heartfelt tributes kept dropping, the block stayed buzzing about why Ariella got hit. The loudest word is her murder was straight revenge for 6ix9ine snitching to the feds. When you rat on 9 Trey gangster bloods like that, you ain't just risking your own neck. You putting everybody close in the crosshairs, too. Now, here's where Trippie Redd comes into the picture and why his name is being whispered in connection to this tragedy. See, Trippie has been one of 6ix9ine's biggest ops for years. And with his alleged 59 Brims connections and that "I kill people, I track," some folks in the streets are pointing fingers his way. The timing of everything is suspicious as hell. Ariella gets murdered, and then 6ix9ine gets locked up just days later for violating his supervised release. While Trippie is thrown in the mix, fans staying real in the comments. No cap. On Ariella's IG, they dropping hearts and prayers, but also hitting with them tough questions. "Rest in peace, beautiful soul," mixed with "He's in jail now." Wonder if it's connected. That's the kind of real talk that shows people ain't just mourning. They connecting dots. The memorial popping off in Washington Heights right outside Opus Lounge was straight up proof of how much love Ariella had holding it down in the community. Homies and fans showed out, pouring out their hearts for the Dominican Queen. Jacilia Rodriguez came through with flowers and said, "I'm very heartbroken, just coming now knowing she had her 2 daughters. Very sad." Another fan, Anaceli Hernandez, kept it real when she said, "It really hurts, Dominican, very beautiful. Such a thing like this, very, very sad. What's really getting to people is how this murder fits into a bigger pattern of violence that follows 6ix9ine wherever he goes. From constant threats to now Ariella catching bullets, it's like death follows this man around." And with Trippie Redd's history of beef with 6ix9ine, his alleged gang ties, and that violent imagery in his music, the streets are starting to connect dots that might lead to serious consequences. The investigation is still ongoing. But one thing's for sure, this wasn't random, and somebody wanted to send a message. Whether that message was meant for 6ix9ine or came from his biggest OP remains to be seen. But the streets are watching, and justice for Ariella is coming one way or another. 6ix9ine's snitching past comes back to haunt him as his troubles mount up. 6 days after Ariella's body got found riddled with bullets, the plot thickened in ways nobody saw coming. 6ix9ine himself got arrested on August 23, 2025 for violating his supervised release terms. Man, tell me that timing ain't shady as all hell. This dude 6ix9ine was just pouring his heart out, dropping emotional tributes on the gram for his sister Ariella, when boom, he's back in cuffs, locked down in federal custody. They got him hemmed up in the same spot where they holding Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried, no less. The feds swooped in at the Thurgood Marshall United States Courthouse in Manhattan, and trust they wasn't playing no games with the kid. Judge Paul A. Engelmayer, the same judge who sentenced him back in 2019, issued the warrant, and they got him sitting tight until November 12, 2025 for his hearing. The government hit him with 3 specific violations that had his probation officer heated. Hey, check this. First, this dude with the Rainbow Dome rolled out to Las Vegas to pop off a performance, acting like he didn't need a green light from his PO. Then when the feds pressed him about it, he had the nerve to straight up lie to their faces, swearing he never even stepped foot in Sin City. That's violation numero uno. And playing fast and loose with federal agents ain't never been a bright move. Second violation. Homie been flunking drug tests left, right, and center like he forgot how to stay clean. They caught him with methamphetamine in his system twice. This dude tried to smooth talk his way out, claiming it was just his prescribed Adderall popping up in the test, acting like it's all good, but the feds wasn't buying that weak excuse. Third strike. Homie straight up ghosted on a mandatory drug test, leaving him hanging like he forgot the rules. But hold up, it gets way messier than that. Rewind to March 2025, and the plot thickens with even more drama unfolding on the block. The feds raided 6ix9ine's Miami mansion and found 3 MDMA pills and cocaine residue in his bedroom. On July 23, 2025, he had to plead guilty to 2 counts of drug possession. But the prosecutors dropped charges for a gun and fentanyl they found in the pool house because DNA evidence didn't link them to him directly. When 6ix9ine rolled up to court on that August 23rd, his excuses were flimsier than a dollar store kite. Straight up weaker than his snitching playbook. Homie thought he could talk his way out, but them lies were falling apart like his rep in the streets. He told the judge, "I flew up from Florida and woke up late for being tardy." About that Vegas trip, he said, "I went to Las Vegas to perform at the T-Mobile Arena to make a living and thought I had permission to do so. And for them dirty drug tests, homeboy kept pushing that I tested positive for methamphetamines because I was on Adderall excuse. But yo, the realest part was him crashing out and saying, 'I'm human, bro. I've been jumped for cooperating with the federal government.' That right there lays it bare. 6ix9ine snitching been a dark cloud chasing him every damn day since 2019. No cap. The timing of this arrest got the streets buzzing with wild conspiracy theories. Social media is blowing up, flooded with posts trying to connect the dots between Ariella's murder and 6ix9ine getting cuffed. Some folks swear the feds locked him down to keep him safe, while others out here spinning tales, thinking his violations might tie back to that shooting in some shady way. The fact that he's being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn with high-profile inmates like Sean Diddy Combs and Sam Bankman-Fried shows they taking his safety seriously. Now, let me take you back to where this whole snitching saga started, because that's the root of why Ariella might have caught them bullets and why 6ix9ine been looking over his shoulder ever since. Back in November 2018, the feds snatched up Daniel Hernandez as part of a joint operation targeting the 9 Trey Gangster Bloods, a violent subset of the United Blood Nation that was wreaking havoc in Manhattan and Brooklyn. The indictment was no joke. They hit him with racketeering conspiracy, firearms offenses, conspiracy to commit murder, and violent crimes. This wasn't some light charges neither. We talking about a minimum of 32 years and maximum life in prison if he got convicted on everything. But instead of taking it to trial like a real one, 6ix9ine chose the snitch route. On January 23, 2019, this rainbow-haired rat pleaded guilty to all 9 counts and agreed to cooperate with prosecutors. In court, he admitted, "I joined the 9 Trey Bloods in the fall of 2017 and confessed to paying $20,000 for somebody to shoot at Chief Keef outside the W Hotel in Manhattan just to scare him." But the real snitching came during the September 2019 trial when 6ix9ine testified for 3 whole days against 9 Trade members Anthony Harv Ellison and Algeria Nuke Mac. This rap went on with names detailing gang structure and confirming specific crimes. He called Jamal Mel Murder Jones the Godfather and Kfano Shadi Jordan a high-ranking member. Prosecutors called his cooperation extraordinary and game-changing, which in street terms means he told everything he knew and then some. In the end, his testimony led to convictions for both Ellison and Matt, who now facing life sentences. While the streets berated him, the judge praised him. Judge Paul Engelmayer praised his cooperation, adding, "Your cooperation was impressive. It was game-changing. It was complete and it was brave." But also called him out for being a central figure in a vicious and brutal gang. 6ix9ine been catching heat ever since he flipped, paying a heavy toll for snitching. And now it's looking like Ariella might have paid the ultimate price just for riding with him way before the feds even slapped the cuffs on him back in 2018. The streets were already whispering about the consequences of his moves. Federal wiretaps caught 9 trade members planning to super violate him for firing his management and dissing them on the radio. The feds warned him about a credible threat to his life, and that's why they arrested him when they did to save his life. Prosecutors warned back then there is no question that the defendant's life will never be the same because of his cooperation. He and his family will have to take extra safety precautions. And they were spitting facts cause 6ix9ine been getting jumped, threatened left and right, and now his day ones and close homies are catching bullets in these cold streets. The most gut-wrenching, twisted part of this whole mess is how 6ix9ine snitching didn't just put his own neck on the line. It slapped a big fat target on everybody in his circle. When you shatter the street code like he did, dropping names and sending folks to the cage for life, the hood don't let that slide. And when they can't touch you directly, they creep up on the ones you hold dear, hitting where it hurts most. That's the ruthless, ice-cold game of gang politics. And Ariella might have paid the ultimate price just for kicking it too close to the rainbow-haired snitch. What makes this whole drama even more twisted and chaotic is 6ix9ine's long, ugly history with women, leaving a trail of toxic behavior that's been putting folks in danger for over a damn decade. Let's take it back to Sarah Molina, the mother of his daughter, Soraya, who endured 6ix9ine's abuse from 2011 to 2018. 7 long, grueling years of straight-up torment and hell. In her interview with DJ Vlad, Sarah detailed some horrific abuse that'll make your insides turn. This ain't just some he said, she said neither. 6ix9ine actually admitted to domestic violence from 2011 to November 2018 in his federal cooperation agreement. Then we got Rachel Jade Whatley, who started dating 6ix9ine in 2018 right before he got locked up in August 2022. The roles reversed when Jade got arrested for battery after punching 6ix9ine and grabbing his chain at a Miami nightclub. But here's the crazy part. 6ix9ine told TMZ, "My relationship with Jade is fine," and didn't press charges, even letting her and her kids stay in his Florida crib while he stayed at a hotel. The latest and wildest drama went down with Dominican rapper Yalan Lamas Veral, who was riding with 6ix9ine from 2022 to 2024. Underscore hit the fan in December 2023 when Yalan got cuffed after a heated domestic dispute at 6ix9ine's crib. But word from TMZ was she only popped off cause 6ix9ine was holding her hostage, straight up trapping her at his spot by refusing to hand over her passport and cash, leaving her stuck in his twisted game. But the real tea came in September 2024 when Yalan filed a federal lawsuit against 6ix9ine alleging physical, emotional, sexual, and financial abuse throughout their relationship. The court document said, "Defendant has waged an appalling campaign of abuse against her, seeking to dominate, control, and harm her, alienate her from her family and friends, and rob her of hundreds of thousands of dollars." The lawsuit papers read like some straight-up nightmare fuel, something out of a twisted horror flick. Yalan Lamas Veral laid it all bare, claiming 6ix9ine wilded out, punching her at her own daughter's baptism, threatening to get her off a damn balcony, and then had the nerve to tell her she was the one to blame for his savage behavior toward her. She didn't stop there, said he drugged her up, pushed her into getting unnecessary cosmetic surgeries to switch up her whole look, and then, after their messy August 2024 breakup, went low and posted revenge porn of her all over social media for the world to see. The streets been trying to school everybody on this dude's true character, but too many stayed caught up in his music, his antics, and them damn memes. Now, with Ariella's life cut short and 6ix9ine's ops staring down the barrel of potentially years in a cell, the consequences of his reckless lifestyle are hitting him hard, way harder than any Instagram flex or platinum plaque could ever fix. The game don't play, and it's catching up to him in ways nobody can ignore no more. Whether Trippie Redd had anything to do with this tragedy or not, one thing's for sure, 6ix9ine's past is finally coming to collect what he owes, and the price might be higher than anyone imagined. If you enjoyed watching this video and wouldn't mind more of such content, make sure to click on the card showing on the